I'm Tyler Pearson. I'm actually one of the food pantry coordinators. I have been doing this for almost 4 years now, since my freshman year. Overall, just the fact that we help people. We come here, we generally just talk, make sure everyone's okay, and then make sure that they're going about their days, at least going a little bit better. We've been getting a little bit more organized. We've been doing a few other certain programs since my freshman year. We've been getting a lot more grants and other donations actually coming in. The one thing that has been the biggest change is we've actually been getting meat fab deliveries, which is actually very helpful. The only other thing is every Thanksgiving we've been doing our Thanksgiving dinner program, and overall that's been growing in size. At one time we had 100 frozen turkeys just in that chest freezer. We try and do everything possible. We have every Halloween, we actually have a little Halloween party around here, just a little distraction for the kids. And actually that's mostly run by the Coyle Cassidy sophomores. They go down there in costume and they just make sure the kids have a fun time. The only other major program that we have is the NHS Christmas Toy Shop, which is basically the National Honor Society of that here at Coyle actually sets up an entire toy drive. Kids go once again to a little party and the parents go shopping for their kids on Christmas. Depending on the influx of donations, it can take anywhere from sometimes an hour or two to up to 6 or 8 hours. It gets a little chaotic in here at times, but we make sure it's nice in order for when we actually have to get the food out there.
Hi, I'm Caitlin DeMori and I'm a sophomore at Coyle Cassidy. I have been doing this since September of my freshman year. I really enjoy just coming down and helping people, and I think it's a really great way to spend a Saturday morning. I think my favorite part is just like helping all the people and just knowing that you're making just even a little difference in their everyday life. I've learned that you don't have to do something big to make like a difference in someone's life. Even just like a little bag of groceries can really help them out. This station is called Cafe Coyle, and it was started by the two girls behind you, Katie Armstrong and Lauren Rose. They kind of brought it back. We hadn't had it for a few years. And it is pastries and coffee and stuff for the people who come. And then we also get really large bread donation from some of the organizations in the Taunton area. And what we do is we go through it, check all the expiration dates and everything, and then we put it out on tables and they get to pick, a pastry and some breads to take home with them along with their bag of groceries.
I'm Cassidy Riendo.
I'm Maggie Francisco.
We're freshmen.
We help people bring the bags to their cars and we bag the food into the bags.
I like seeing all the people and having them be appreciative.
I like the feeling of helping people, giving back to your community. I've learned that no matter what situations people are in, there's a way to help them, and it's a good way to just give back to your community and help out.
I agree. I want to do this until senior year because I want to be a big part of this because I really think it's a good cause. So.
Yeah, I want to try and come to everyone that I can.
Yeah, I feel like everybody should come and help out. It's really fun. Everybody has a good time here, and it's appreciated for everybody here. So.
It's really rewarding.
Yeah.
I'm Ashley Mason.
And I'm Tyler Bowles from Middleborough.
And I'm from Bridgewater. This is our 5th time here.
It's good to help the people who are doing it, who are here to get food.
I've learned to not take anything for granted and to be thankful for what I have, because some people don't have the things that I'm able to get.
I've learned the same thing. We bagged all the groceries and then we're bringing them out to people's cars for them.
Hi, I'm Jess Stone. I'm currently a graduate of Coyle Cassidy High School. I came here for high school. I'm now at UMass Amherst as a freshman. Coyle has a big community service program, and when I started out as a freshman, they really wanted everybody to be involved. So I joined the program, and I worked in the community service program my whole 4 years here. Freshman and sophomore year, I was here at the food pantry, and there was an alum before me that out of her own pocket brought pet food and distributed it every month. And by my junior year, she had to move on to grad school, and I decided to take it over. And since then, we've turned it into a nonprofit. We're recognized by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts as well as the federal government. So all of our donations are tax deductible. We help to feed about 60 cats per month and 60 dogs per month. That varies month to month depending on if people have multiple cats or whatnot. We give out more food to those people. There's actually, since I've started it, there's thousands that have popped up all over the United States. It's a big movement now. A lot of people realize that when you're down in the dumps, and you have a pet that loves you unconditionally and you don't want to give that up. It's something that makes you smile when you come home. So coming here and talking to the alum who started it, it really made me think about that avenue, and I want to be a veterinarian, so it definitely pulls at my heartstrings. But it was already sort of established through her, and it was something easy to take over and sort of revamp a little bit in my own way, so it worked out. We distribute from the Coyle Cassidy Food Pantry the last Saturday of every month. All donations are tax deductible. You can give us a call at 781-561-5251, and that's my cell phone. So either way, if you need donations, you want to know how we can help you out, or if you would like to help us out, it would be greatly appreciated.
Well, I'd just like to thank Coyle Cassidy for all they do. The kids over here are wonderful. You can ask for a better lunch if anybody can fund them. Come in here, support them, and again, they're wonderful.
Hi, my name is Ensley Hostetter. I am 13 years old, and I go to school at Taunton Catholic Middle School. Every week we have baskets in our homeroom, and every week students bring in different types of food, like canned food or bread, different types, and we put them in the basket, and every week at the end, on Fridays or Thursdays, we bring them into Miss Gasson's room, our religion teacher, and she brings them over to Coyle and Cassidy. For the pet pantry, what we did is that every student brought in food or toys or like anything for the pets, and so if they did, then we bring them over here and we would get a dress down pass, but that really doesn't matter because it matters about all of the animals and people who are suffering in the world, because we are so grateful nowadays that we don't really get the understanding that people out there are suffering. Since it's my first day, I have noticed the community coming together and helping everyone. I have probably never seen something like that before, because just one cause, everyone coming together and loving everyone, and just to help other people out, that it's changed my life. Next week I am planning to come here, and next time it happens, I'm gonna come here because I love it, it's fun. I hope to take away that people come together for a cause, and that people are just so grateful that we need to give to get. So I think that we should give a lot to the homeless and for people who are just out on the streets and don't have enough money, as we do.
Hi, I'm Sharon Sly.
I'm Emily Spagna.
The pet drive, we decided to do that because we realized that a lot of people, they do have pets, and we usually take care of their food, but we don't really consider that the pets are also not benefiting from this, and since the people can't just give them their food, they needed something to eat too. So we figured by starting a drive for that, the pets in the community would also be fed.
And some people, if they can't feed it, sometimes it would run off to look for food. So that also raises the stray animal population, which is bad for our community and bad for everyone around them, because sometimes the animals can get very vicious with the food, and we really wanted to care for them because we're caring so much for everyone else.
Basically, when we really put our minds to something great can really come out of it. This is probably one of the most profitable food pantry days that we've had. So many people have just been so thankful that we've been here to bag and bring their groceries out.
And well, since we go to a private school, it's kind of like we learn that this is what God calls us all to do. So we're doing God's work for Him.
Hi, my name is Lauren Dykes. I'm a senior at Coyle. I'm one of the student coordinators of our food pantry, and I've been doing this for about 4 years now. I think starting as a freshman, I came the August before my freshman year, and I saw how important it was to the students here, and I think that was huge for me. I wanted to get involved at Coyle, and this was where I saw myself becoming a leader and really getting involved and making a difference for the greater Taunton community. I grew up in Taunton, and I've seen the poverty and the homelessness and everything that's around here, and I definitely wanted to make a difference. Over the last 4 years, we've changed a lot. I became one of the leaders at the end of my sophomore year, and I had a lot of ideas, and I think I've implemented them in different ways. We definitely changed how we do the bagging with the stations. We've totally reorganized the cans, all sorts of stuff like that. We decided one day between my leadership team and I, we got together and we tried to figure out what the best way to make a bag was, and that was the biggest difference that we made. We figured out, well, you should put the big cans on the bottom. So we finally reorganized the whole food pantry one afternoon and fixed stuff like that. I was a big part of the Cafe Coyle
Coyle thing here, which is the breakfast station, I also think that we've made that so much better in the last 4 years. As a student leader, we do so much more, and I don't know that people realize that. There's so much that goes into this that's behind the scenes. For example, over the last week and the weeks leading up to the last Saturday of the month, we're up in the food pantry as a team of 4 every single day, Monday through Thursday of this week, for at least an hour prepping the room. We have to get the trash out from the last month. We have to restock everything just to make it so the truck on the last Friday of the month can even come in, just to fit everything. But behind the scenes, we also do emergency referrals. Every person on the leadership team takes the day of the week. Like my day is Thursday. Thursdays I have to go to the main office and check with the secretary to see if anybody from the area has called looking for food. So I'll go in and I'll check that, and then we have keys and we head upstairs and make special bags. So everybody has their own day of the week where they have to do stuff like that. It's much more involved. When you're a student leader, sometimes I tell people, like, when we're looking for new leaders, especially this year, I'm like, you have to be ready for a food pantry to be your main club. It has to be your main organization because it's so involved and so time consuming. I've learned how important like small things like this can be, and Mr. Cody tells us all the time, you know, this is only like a $20 bag of groceries, but it's making such a difference to the people that come in here, and they're all excited, they're happy that we're here to help them. I've just learned that even the little things can change the world, and it's made me want to get involved in bigger service projects in college and after college. In October, the last Saturday of the month, it coincides with our regular food pantry. Our sophomore class gets together under the direction of their moderator. Every class has a moderator, and they throw a Halloween party for the children of Taunton. In September, we'll put flyers in the bags advertising the Halloween party. They'll go down into our cafeteria where they have games like beanbag tosses and candy and everything. They dress up. The sophomore kids will dress up, and it's a nice little Halloween party for the kids to come to while their parents come and get some extra help. And then in December, Coyle Cassidy, through our National Honor Society, we have a Christmas gift shop, which coincides with the food pantry, but there are a couple other kids that are in charge of that too, where we collect toys throughout the month of November into December, and then the second Saturday of December, the week before our usual food pantry, families can come in. We try to make it like they're shopping, so in our cafeteria, they have tables set up, little stations. We divide it by boys and girls and then into age groups, and we allow every family to come in and grab a toy or two, and then some coloring books and extra stuff for their kids for Christmas. We're so behind the scenes and quiet about it, but we're doing so much, and I think that people might miss that sometimes.
I'm Kevin, I'm a senior, and I'm from North Dayton, Mass. This is my 4th year, so all 4 years. With the aspect of helping people and seeing how they really appreciate what you're doing for them. And I think just that whole feeling of you're helping someone and giving your time is just really important. Probably how much effort it goes into a program like this. I mean, the time and just the Saturday itself isn't enough. It's always like the behind the scenes times. I mean, the week before food pantry, they're in here for like 5 hours, almost an hour a day, just like stocking, checking dates of like cans of foods, and making sure that I have enough for every single week. Usually about like Thursday and Friday before, I'm here till like around 4, just like stocking the shelves, checking dates of things, sorting everything. And then usually about a week or 2 weeks before, I'm helping getting all the stock going. And then the actual day of, I run the miscellaneous table, which is basically all the extra foods that wouldn't go in bags. And then I run that with another senior. We have the actual bagging station, which is the physical food the family gets, the groceries, like bread, peanut butter, mac and cheese, canned food. And then they have miscellaneous, which I've already mentioned, which was you see stuffing in there, you'll see soaps today. We've had turkey sausages, actual full turkeys. And then after that they have pet pantry, which is all pet foods, pet toys. And then Cafe Coyle with breakfast foods, desserts, pastries, coffee, you name it, they have it. The fact that we have this is so great. And I think what's a little everyone really don't understand is how the coordinators and Mr. Cody and the seniors really put so much time into it. And without them, it wouldn't be possible without them.
Hi, my name's Josh McCarthy. I'm a senior here at Coyle Cassidy High School. I'm from Raynham. It was towards the end of 8th grade before I graduated from RMS. Just the fact of helping people and making a difference in their lives, and making sure that people have food monthly for those who can't. What I've learned is that there are a lot of people that are, can't afford groceries every month, and that it's made me more a humble person to appreciate what I have and what my family can afford. Well, it shows that we care for others, and it's the motto for the school, and really set an example for others that we help, try to help people. We get, we'll get emergency referrals where people will come in and ask, and we'll make them a bag of groceries. One day a week we'll go up to the food pantry and check and make sure everything is all set and stuff like that. And we have meetings every once in a while to, make sure everyone's on the same page with everything. It's a great volunteer experience, definitely. I mean, it certainly changed my view on things, and yeah, I mean, it's about it.
Hi, my name's Edwin Perry. I'm 23 years old. I came here since I was like 4. My mother knew Mr. Cody when she first got here. It's real exciting. The students here, they help you out with whatever you need. They'll bring the food, stuff to your car. They take time out of their busy schedule to, just help you out, help the people out. They're real good with charity events, and it's a real pleasure out of this. I came here when I was little for the Halloween parties. I was a short guy, but yeah, it was fun. They held like raffles, contests. The parties here were great. It was real fun. Go in, come back out with sweets, and it was real fun. Just seeing people happy, it was cool.
Hi, I'm Janet Malik from the Greater Taunton Charitable Association, and we come down here monthly to the food pantry and bring clothing down for those in need. Our donations are mostly word of mouth. People will call me to see if we want the clothes, or they'll bring them down here to Coyle on the last Saturday of the month, or they can bring them over to St. Thomas's, where we also go the last Monday and Tuesday of the month. We provide clothing for people that cannot afford to buy it. This includes all types of clothing, from infants on up to the very elderly. And we even get calls from some of the schools at times looking for clothing. In these times, people just cannot afford to buy it. We have many people who knit for us, and we end up with shawls and scarves and hats and mittens and gloves that people have made, and they make such a big difference to these people because they are desperately in need of warm winter clothing. You can get anything that we have, and there's no limit on if you need it, you can have it. And you can reach any of us by, you can call 508-823-0186, 823-0186, or 508-523-6820, 523-6820, or you can call here at Coyle and leave your number here, and they will get in touch with me.
My name is Michael Cody. I'm a faculty member here at Coyle Cassidy High School. I'm the director of the school's monthly food pantry. The food pantry began in October of 1992 in response to the needs of the Taunton community for a program that would address some of the food insecurity and hunger issues that the residents of this city were facing. Over the past 20 years, some of those very same issues have taken on an added degree of seriousness with what's going on in our own U.S. economy, especially over the past 4 years. Well, as you can see by just your presence here this morning, the school recruits from its student body, and it's a very easy recruitment. It's been the case now for at least 20 years that most of the students who come to Coyle Cassidy High School understand that we as a Catholic high school have a very special mission to service, to Christian service within our community. When we were looking for a project and a program to actually begin that we felt was sensitive to the actual needs of this community, we brought it to our student body and our faculty community and our families, and we invited them to participate in this ongoing venture of trying to respond to families' issues of food insecurity and local hunger issues as well. The rest is basically history over the past 20 years. We're never at a loss for volunteers. Just on this morning alone, we have on paper 82, 83 student volunteers who are present with us, responding to the various needs that our very unique family groups that come to the food pantry represent within our own community. I think it serves a very significant need. All you need to do is speak to some of the family members who are experiencing difficulties, sometimes for the first time in their entire lives, and just need a little bit of assistance. They need a little bit of help to maybe carry them over. And we're part of a larger network of helping organizations within this community. They work with us, the local St. Vincent de Paul program, the local markets. Truckey's as a supermarket here in Taunton, their contribution is amazing. The type of assistance they offer to Coyle and Cassidy High School, allowing us to be in a position where we can have this contact with individual families, helping them out. But the needs are the needs of our country at this particular point. And they're certainly the needs of families throughout the state of Massachusetts. I believe one of the most recent statistics here in the state of Massachusetts is 1 out of every 4 children is living in a family that is at some point during a year is dealing with some type of food insecurity issues. Well, the city of Taunton is no different. We are not exempt as a city community from the very problems that plague the entire country and certainly the state of Massachusetts. So I feel that we are doing something very, very real here at Coyle and Cassidy High School. And it becomes an integral part of the education of our individual students. They come into a school that has as its motto, enter to learn, leave to serve. And they realize that their commitment to service can begin as young as their freshman year. And I'm sure that through this morning you've spoken to a number of the volunteers. Some of them, they've been at this for 4 years. Imagine graduating from high school and you've already been face to face with real issues and most importantly, real people. And you've done something about it. You've been part of a school-wide project, a community-based project that really is attempting to make a difference in the lives of the families here within the community of Taunton. So in that way, I feel that we are very much on the front lines of doing and providing, I will always look at it in a very humble way, providing a significant service, not changing lives, but certainly doing a consistent, and being involved in a very, very consistent effort that does mean that maybe we're making lives of individuals, from families right up to the elderly, maybe making their lives a little bit more bearable. We do this as a Catholic high school. It's kind of significant that you're here this weekend because this week begins for us Catholic Schools Week. And I think Catholic Schools Week, people think that Catholic schools are just always about academics and the high hopes of academic excellence and achievement, and we're all about that as well. But for us, the very part of our existence here as a Catholic high school is that are we making a difference in this community every day of our existence as a school? Are the students that make up our school's enrollment making a difference in all of the acts of kindness that they're involved in and all of the projects that they participate in? I would say that I feel very proud as a faculty member here at the school, especially a faculty member with this association, to clearly say, with the greatest level of confidence, I know we're making a difference. When an elderly woman comes up to me at the monthly food pantry and says, this is the greatest group of kids I bump into anywhere, when I see kids getting a good reputation for the good things that our young people do and the enthusiasm and passion that a young person can bring to a cause, I realize that everything that we do is so worth it. And it becomes a bonus to know that 4 years of an education here at Coyle and Cassidy High School, this is going to be a very normal thing. You're part of a school community, a Catholic high school community that indeed cares for the members of our local community. and tries your very, very best to respond in concrete ways to making their lives a little bit better. You can just contact the school. We certainly, as this entire organization, is school-sponsored by Coyle Cassidy High School, so it's a school-sponsored, student-led program. You've probably met and interviewed some of my leadership team throughout the morning, student coordinators they're called. And these are the kids that we sit down with all the time, and they make the decisions for how they evaluate how we did on a given Saturday. They set new directions. They're always concerned about our mission statement, which, by the way, the mission statement of this particular organization, the Food Pantry of Coyle Cassidy High School, is to help families with compassion and respect, to help families in relation to their nutritional needs and their food needs in the spirit of compassion and respect. And that we do in everything that we do. So students just need to contact certainly the school, just talk to me, talk to one of the other student volunteers. Many people are here, student volunteers come in, it's their first time volunteering. They came with a friend this morning. The friend introduces, they know me, and they introduce that new volunteer to me, and I'm able to tell them a little bit about our work and thank them for their contribution. And membership is really actually that easy. We are open on the last Saturday of every month, have been since October of 1992, so this is our 20th year of service to the greater community. We're open from the hours of 9 to 11, but I do want families to know that if there's ever a specific need, we respond to emergency referrals really 7 days a week. We respond certainly through the school week. We're always here. The messages will be forwarded to the right people. We can put together groceries for a family that is experiencing some type of an emergency situation, have that family come into the school sometime during the course of that day, and help them out in that particular way. So emergency referrals, we're part of, we have a very special partnership with the Greater Boston Food Bank. We are one of their member agencies. We also work closely with Project Bread, so we're on their emergency hotline. We have the classification as a high school and a high school food pantry. We have the classification as an emergency food provider in southeastern Massachusetts. So for a high school, we have quite a presence in regards to this entire helping network of food programs trying to do something about the high rate of food insecurity and local hunger issues throughout the state of Massachusetts.
Just thank you. They've really helped out. It's really amazing how most people don't really help, but these guys, it's awesome. You don't see this very often. So I would like to say thank you. Coyle Cassidy.